Good morning students, welcome to online class. This is Sheila, your computer science teacher. We started up with chapter 12 and we are in arrays concept. What is an array? Array is nothing but a homogeneous collection of data item. What is homogeneous collection? It means same data items, right? So I hope you people remember. Let me give you a short recap. So why do we get into array concept? It is because declaring a variable, many number of variables of same data type, yes, it is going to be tedious. So what happened is we brought a concept called array. Yes, say for example int, if I wanted to declare 26 integers, yes, so a comma b comma c comma d till z I can do. If it is going to be for 50 variables, what will happen? It is going to be tedious, right? So a1, a2, keeping like this, it is going to be tough. So what happened is, for such reason we started to bring array concept in C++. Yes, we also saw certain programs explaining your array concept. So how do you define your array? With a square bracket. Yes, say for example a of 5. So what will happen? A of 5, it takes values from a of 0 to a of 4. 5 values, right? A of 4, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So altogether how many values? 5 values. Yes. And the spaces are also allocated accordingly. Yes. Now let us move on with the next concept. String. What is a string? String is nothing but a sequence of characters. Yes. These characters can be a letter, number or a symbol. Yes, every string is terminated by a null character /0. Yes, and it must be appended at the end of the string. So character array or a string creation. See, to create a kind of array, you must know the length. You must know the length of the data that you are going to give in advance, such that you can do it accordingly, because memory locations will be allocated. Memory will be allocated according to the size of the array. Yes, once if the array is created, it is going to be fixed and it cannot be changed during runtime. What is runtime? During your execution time. So how do we define the length? Like this, it starts from a of 0 and ends up till a of n minus 1. What is n minus 1? If a of 5, so a of 5 minus 1, it is going to be 4. So a of 0 to 4, how many alphabets, how many numbers it is going to take? 5. Yes, that is going to be the size. Yes, array declaration, character array name of size. Size is an array, must be an unsigned integer value. Yes, now let us get into this program. Your execution always starts from main and country of 6. So character country of 6, which means it can take how many characters? It can take 6 characters from 0 to 5. Enter the name of the country. Now what happens? You are getting the CN value. So what happens? This is going to be string array, right? So it is going to take the characters in a group. So what happens? It can take how many characters now? Around 6 characters. So take now India, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can take. If it is going to be 6 letters or 7 letters, it will not happen, because array can take only fixed size. So initialization. The character array can be initialized at the time of declaration also. If you are not very specific, even you need not give the size, and you can simply straight away declare the string. Like this. See, list of characters separated by comma or a string value. If it is going to be characters, it can be separated by a comma, and if it is a string value, you need not do anything. Just have a look here. Character array of 6 is equal to India. India has 5 letters, which is assigned to the initial values and array of the country, and it is always enclosed within the double quotes. If it is a string, you have to enclose it within the double quotes. Yes. So how it is taking India, country of 0, country of 1, country of 2, country of 3, country of 4, country of 5. This is how the value is allocated. And the last value is going to be null value. In the above memory allocation, each and every character takes how many bytes? It takes 1 byte in a memory. At the end of the string, a null character is automatically added by the compiler. Yes, character country of 6, India, INDIA/0. Finish. If the size of the array is not explicitly mentioned, the compiler will automatically calculate the array size based on the elements in the list. If you are not going to give the size, it will automatically take the value accordingly. In the initialization of the string, if the characters is not initialized, yes, what will happen? If all the characters is not initialized, say for example, if I am going to give country of 10, if I am going to give only 5 letters, what will happen to the rest of the letters? Everything will be considered as null because we haven't specified any value. Yes. Just have a look at this example. What is actually given here? Character string of str of 5, and how many characters is being initialized? Only 3. So only 3 spaces will be allocated. Str of 0 is 5, str of 1 is going to be 1 plus, and str of 2 is going to be a. What about the rest of the characters? Everything is going to be null /0. Yes, everything is going to be /0 null. Yes. And during initialization, the array elements cannot be initialized more than its size, because if it is going to be str of 2, only 2 values can be assigned, not the 4 values. It will not take. Yes, such that what will happen? You will get an error message. Initialize string for array of characters is too long. Like this, you will get a error message. Here is a program to check whether the given program is a palindrome or not. Your execution always starts from main. We have taken string 1 of 20, I as I comma length and flag is equal to 0. Enter the string, cin. We are getting the string now. Yes, you should have a doubt now. How only one name is being given? Since it is a character, since it is being declared as a character, it can take how many characters now? It can take 20 characters. Now what we are doing here? We are just checking for the length of the string. We are just checking for the length of the string. Next, for I is equal to 0, I is lesser than length, I plus plus. We have got the length now here. Yes, that length will be assigned to this length, and we are checking for the length now. Say for example, if it is going to be madam, yes, M-A-D-A-M, it is a palindrome, right? So this and this will be checked. For that only we are writing this. For I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will be the length? 5 now. Length is equal to 5. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus is going to be 1. So string of I. So I starts with 0, right? 0 not equal to string of I. What is the value that you had? M. And string of length of I minus 1, it is going to be 5 minus 1, it is going to be 4. That is also M. If they are not equal, flag will be 1. Yes, if flag is equal to 1, what will happen? This actually has to continue. Till what will it be continued? For the first value will be compared. For the second value will be compared. Third value will be compared accordingly. Let me write M-A-D-A-M, right? M-A-D-A-M. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But as you take the values, it is going to be like this, right? String of I, string of 0 refers to M. String of length minus 1, 5 minus 1, it is going to be 4. It is going to refer this. Yes, if it is not equals, it will be even. If not, it will be 0 only. Again, it will get incremented for another value. I is equal to 1. 1 is lesser than length 1 plus plus, it is going to be 2. So string of 1, it is going to be what? A. And string of L minus 1, it is going to be 3. Are they equal? If they are equal, what will happen? You will get 0. If not, it is going to be 1. So if it is not equal, so it is going to be, they are equal, so it is not going to be 1 now. Again, it will be checking for the third value. Third value, string of I and length minus 1, both are going to refer the same value. It is going to be D. So they are also equal. So this part, flag is not going to be 1 now. If flag is equal to 1, you will get it is not a palindrome. If flag is equal to 0, what will happen? String will be a palindrome. Now what happens? We have got flag is equal to 0 only. So it is going to be a palindrome. Clear? Now let us move on with another concept, two-dimensional array. What is two-dimensional array? You will have x rows and columns. Yes, it is a collection of similar elements where the elements are stored in certain number of rows and columns. And say for example m cross n matrix. M denotes rows and n denotes columns. Here this is going to be 2D array, right? Two-dimensional array. How it is actually going to be represented? It is going to be represented like this: 0 0 0 1 0 0 2 0 3, like that it moves on, right? And 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 2 2. This is going to be 2. Yes, this is going to be 2 only. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 2 2. So how do you declare a two-dimensional array? It is going to be like this: data type, name of the array, number of rows and number of columns. Yes, this is how you have to declare, right? See here, data type, name of the array, rows and columns. 3 is rows and 4 is columns. So initialization of variables, how it is going to be: 4 comma 4 3, int matrix of 4 3. It means 4 rows and 3 columns. Just have a look here. Four rows, 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row. 4 rows, 1 2 3. So how many rows, how many columns? 4 rows, 3 columns. So what will happen? 4 comma, it will not be like this: 1 comma 0, 1 comma 1, right? 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 0, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 0, 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3. That is how the values will be assigned. Yes. Now if they are going to give like this, what will happen? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 0, 0. You have to take like this: 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Next what do you have? 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. 4 rows, it is going to be like this: 10, 20, 30. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120, 110, 120. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 3. Yes, this is how the value is going to be assigned. Yes. See, your row size is optional, but column size is compulsory. Rows you can leave it empty, but columns you have to specify, right? Be clear. Rows is optional, but column is compulsory. CC, remember, column compulsory. Accessing the array elements. Two-dimensional array uses two index values to access the particular elements in it, where the first index specifies the row value and second specifies the column value. 0, 0, 10. So this specifies that 0th row, 0th column is going to have 10, the value 10, and 0th row, first column is going to have the value 20. First row, second column is going to have the value 60. Third row, 0th column is going to have the value 100. This is how the value is actually assigned. This program is a matrix addition. What program is this? This program is a matrix addition. We are going to add two matrices. Yes. See, it has rows, columns, m1 of 10, 10, which means it is going to take 10 rows, 10 columns, and m2 can take 10 rows, 10 columns, and the summation is also going to be 10 rows, 10 columns. The result. Yes. Enter the number of rows. Enter the number of rows. So what will happen here? You will specify the number of rows, how much ever you want, and number of columns. In case if I am going to give like this, let me make it small: 2 rows, 2 columns. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is it. This is your 2 rows, 2 columns. Yes, for this we are going to get the value now. Enter the element of first matrix. For I is equal to 0, I is less than row. So 2 rows, right? I is less than row, I plus plus. J is equal to 0. J is less than column, J plus plus. Once when I is equal to 0, what will happen? It moves on to this part. Yes, I is 0 only. 0 is lesser than 2 only. 0 is lesser than 2 only, no? So what happens? It moves on to the next row. J is 0. J is lesser than 2 only. So what happens? It will move on to this part. So Cin of M1 of 0 comma 0. You will get some value for this. Let it be 2. Now again, what will happen? Again, for I is equal to 1, you will be doing 1 is lesser than 2, isn't it? So what will happen? Here it will be 3 now. Sorry. Unless otherwise you finish off your j, your row will not be continued. Yes, for that row you have to finish, right? 0 comma 0 we did. Next we have to make it for 0 comma 1. So the value of I will be 0 and we will be doing it only for j. J is equal to 1, j is lesser than 2. It is true. What will happen? M1 of 0 comma 1. For this we will get the value. Say for example, already I got this for as 2 and let it be 3 now. We have obtained the result. Now let us, we have to proceed this for 2 cross 2 matrices completely. The same process will be repeated again for the second row also. Yes, for the second row also the same process that we did for the first matrix will be done. The same M2 of I comma j will be obtained. After that the same that we did, isn't it? The same process will be done here. Sum of I comma j, M1 of I comma j plus M2 of I comma j. Each and every value 0 0, first row of 0 0 and second row of 0 0 will be added, and first row of 0 0 0 0, first row matrix of 0 0 and second row matrix 0 0 will be added. Next for first matrix 0 1 and second matrix 0 1 value will be added. Like that what will happen? The sum value will be calculated. The sum value will be calculated and finally the sum value will be printed. This is how your matrix works. We already know how the memory is represented for your 2D, isn't it? How it is actually represented? It is represented as a matrix. This is how it is going to be: 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2. Yes. In the above example, 2D array name A has 4 rows and 3 columns. Have a look. 4 rows and 3 columns. So there are two types of 2D array representatives. One is row major order, the other one is column major order. For example, enter 4 comma 3. This is how it is represented: 8 6 5 2 1 9 3 6 4 4 6 2. So how would actually allocated like this: row 0 8 6 5, row 1 is going to be 2 1 9, row 2 is going to be 3 9 4, row 3 is going to be 4 3 2. Yes. And what about column major? How it is actually going to be? Yes, it will take 4 values, because how many? And for array, how will it be allocated? In column wise. This is going to be represented in row wise. Yes. 8 6 5 2 1 9 3 6 4. First this value, next this value, next this value. Like this what is going to move, right? This for the first attempt. If you are going to give like this, yes, it is going to be column. And if it is going to be continuous, it is going to be row. Now array of strings. Array of strings is a 2-dimensional character array. So how it is going to actually take? Usually array of strings are declared in such a way to accommodate the null character at the end of each string. And you know how the two character array is being declared like this: character, name of, rows and columns. Just have a look here: 6 rows, 10 columns. Mr. Bean, Mr. Bush, Nicole, Kidman, Arnold, Jody, all this are the names that is being given, and let us see how they are actually arranged. See, Mr. Dot is there, Mr. Bean. See how the space is actually allocated: 0 row, 0th column, M actually comes. 0th row, first column, R comes. Then dot is going to be in the 0th row, second column. 0th row, third column you have B. 0th row, third column you have B. Zeroth row, fourth column you have E. Zeroth row, fifth column, fifth column you have A. Zeroth row, sixth column you have N. And with this the value gets over, so you have a null character. Clear? This is how the values will be allocated for each and every values. Yes? Have a look at this program. Int main character color of 4, 10. 4 is going to be your rows and 10 is going to be columns. Yes, what are the values being given? Blue, red, orange, yellow. So how it is actually going to be assigned? 4 rows and it can have 10 columns. So the values are going to be like this. Starts with 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, ends up with 0, 9, isn't it? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 8, 0, 9. So how many columns are going to be? 10 columns begins. Next 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. So on up till 1, 9. Next 3, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Next 2, 0, 2, 9, 2, 9. Next 3, 0, 2, 3, 9. All these are going to be the spaces that is going to be allocated. So 0, 0 you will have B. 0, 1 it is going to be L. 0, 2 it is going to be U. 0, 3 it is going to be E. With this it ends, isn't it? /n, the next L value. Yes, proceeds like this and the values gets stored up like this. Yes, next what happens? Printing of strings array. How can you print? You have to print it like this. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 4, I plus plus. For printing the statement, what do you have? For I is equal to 0, I is less than 4, I plus plus. See out color of I. So what happens? I value will be printed as it is. Yes children, we shall stop with this and proceed with the concept of structures in our next class. What did we see for today? We saw what is arrays, what is a string, then what we saw about two-dimensional array and we saw about two-dimensional array strings. Yes, we shall stop with this. Thank you children.